Oh, look who's here. Hang on a minute, guys. Lydia was praying. Hello, darling. Come and say hello. Lydia was praying that Lionel was going to join in. And guys, I've got the most famous pussy in the UK. And here he is. And he loves being on the mat with me. Come and say hello, darling. Right, guys, me and Lionel are now going to showcase to you. So, folks, what I'd like you to do first, so welcome everybody. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Now, what I'd like you to do is come with your feet hip width apart. Lift your toes and spread your toes and place your toes back down. And then I'd like you to explore your balls and then back towards your heels. Behind the heels, back to the balls. Notice what's taking over each end. And then I'd like you to come to the fronts of your heels, centered. Now, before we start, I'd like you to interlace your fingers clasped behind your neck. And we're just going to do some fascia release for the upper neck and the upper back. So from here, what I'd like you to do is lift the skin. Lift and then release. And then lift. And then release. Pulling the elbows up. It's like a facelift for the back of the neck, guys. 2 more. Just feel that the skin is pulling towards the occipital bone and release. And then 1 more. And then lift and slide over that occipital bone over the top. And then we arrive. From here, I'd like you to think of your legs lengthened. Address your pelvis. So I'd like you to just think of your sitting bones drawing down. Guys, hang on a minute. That's not Lydia. No. Someone's ringing. So guys, I'd like you to draw your sitting bones down towards the mat. And then from there, think of your rib cage being a lampshade. Now think of the lampshade being over the base equal. Drawing the scapula down. Think of opening up the curtains of the lower back, the cape of the upper back, and the eyes at the back of the neck. And as you press your feet down into the mat, I want you to feel that rise. Think of the architecture of your body, how you're standing. Collarbones are wide. Think of creating space within the body. And notice that your centering muscles, one of our 6 Pilates principles, okay, so working with your center, feels activated. And I want you to think of your center muscles when you feel this center activation here. It's like a drawstring bag. So when you draw the strings on a drawstring bag, it all ruches. And that's exactly what's going on with your internal corset. So from here, bringing your arms down by your sides, think of a beautiful monumental building standing in space. And then from here, I'd like you to go to your little pinky finger. And I'd like you to breathe in and pinky spiral that little finger all the way around and notice where it finishes and then release. And then pinky spirals round. Lovely. And then release. Now notice it starts at the little finger. Keep going for me, guys. Around the wrist, the forearm, the upper arm, and finishes at your shoulder. And then release. And I'd like you to inhale, an inhalation here as you expand the breath and expand the ribs and the bra line around into the space around you. And then release. Now we're going to lift the arms and we're going to pinky spiral. And we're coming up and the pinkies touch. And as you open and you exhale, I'd like you extending the wrist and push the walls away as you arrive. Beautiful. And pinky spirals coming up. Breathing in, center activation, precision, press the walls away. Beautiful. And then pinky spiral, coming up, breathing in. And an exhale, 1 more time. Coming up, pinky spiral. all the way up, guys. And then exhale, and then coming down. I'd like you to reach right arm to left corner diagonal, reaching, and then you pull it back. Now notice what's happening through the feet, that you go off center, pulling back into that spiral. And then from here, I'd like you to think of arm, scapula pulling round, pinky finger lifts, pulling back. And pinky spirals, and we reach and we're pulling that scapula around the side of your ribs, coming back. Now from here, stay there. Come under the arm. Nice. And then come back, feet, legs, pelvis, ribs, neck and head. And we rotate and we extend and arrive. And then you reach, scapula, come under. Lovely. Come back, center, feet, legs, pelvis, ribs, neck, head, reach. And then we rotate and look away. Go again for me, guys. Think of reaching and using the space that surrounds you, reaching out into space like an octopus with its tentacles. Reaching, pinky spiral and round. Beautiful. Coming back, realigning the architecture of your body, and then you extend the wrist and you arrive. From here, lace the fingers. Bring them up, and I want you to reach as high as you can, even the shoulders, guys. Everything Pilates teachers tell you not to do. Keep your shoulders down, they say. Well, not here. I want you to take them up. And then from here, center activation. And I'd like you to pull towards the right, and you're pulling on that left hand. As you exhale and come back to the center. And we breathe in and we pull. As you exhale and come back to the center, and you reach and you pull, and you come back to the center, and you inhale with an exhalation, and then you extend the wrists coming down. Now I want you to bud the fingers to the thumbs, so we're just fingers to thumb here, and I'd like you to flex your wrists coming up to shoulder height. Press the walls away, and then we arrive. I want you to think of this east and west with the arms. Pressing out with the east and the west, but not forgetting the opposition between the north and the south, from the top of your head down to your feet. So in Pilates, we work the whole body as one unit, pressing, reaching wide and coming down. How are we doing, guys? Are we all okay? Give me some thumbs up. I can just about see without my glasses going on here. I can't read anything, but I could see some thumbs if someone sent me a thumbs up, or some love hearts, guys. It'd be nice to get some love. Beautiful. Coming up. And then press. And then coming down. Now lift your right arm. Reach it up. Now pull it up, take hold of the wrist and pull. And I want you to feel as if you're hanging from a tree. Oh, guys, I can see all the love hearts. Keep them coming. At least I know you're still with me and you've not gone. And I'm left with one person. Guys, nice and tall. Reach. Now, release the arm. Now, carry on reaching. And I want you to focus that the length of that arm going up pulls you into that nice slight lateral flexion. So it's a response of the arm going up, reach, and then extend, and we arrive. Beautiful. And coming up, left side, reach, and again, all the things the Pilates teacher tells you not to do. We're lifting the shoulder, everything through that sideline, pulling, let it go and keep reaching up. And as you reach, feel that slight side flexion there. Gorgeous. Reaching, and then we arrive. Bend your right elbow. Place the fingertips on the shoulder. Either a pull or a push, guys. So we're coming up. Now I'm going to go behind. If you can't reach, just push there. And I want you to bring the elbow up. Let me just get over my little hair clip. Now, I would want you to lift and pull back. Now, just notice where my hand is here. So still focusing on that oppositional length, pulling up. Now, this is a beautiful stretch, guys. Pull the elbow up, pull it back, and now side bend. Oh, I feel like your skin's gonna tear, but it's gorgeous. And then we arrive. And then we extend in the wrists, nice and wide. Lovely. And then from here, left side. Here we go, coming up. Pulling back, pulling up. So reach, lifting. So I'm using my right hand to lift the elbow. Then I pull it back. And the hand is just dangling here. Lovely. Now from here, over we go. Nice. Lovely stretch. Beautiful. Lovely. And then from there, we arrive. Pressing away. Now just bring the arms up, breathing in, and then an exhalation to open, pulling the thumbs back. And then from here, breathing in, and then breathing out. And now from here, I'd like you to place one hand on your top ribs and one hand on your bottom ribs. So just thinking of your alignment, folks. Keeping the bottom ribs still, nice and quiet. Just allow the top ribs to press into the top hand. But notice that if you lift the bottom ribs, you just crunch into that lower back. So think of just keeping the bottom ribs quiet and then lifting just into that top hand there. Beautiful. Feel your center muscles work, the upper back muscles work, and then feel your center still activated. So just a little posture check that we're still nicely lifted and we're still at the fronts of those heels. And then from there, bringing your arms by your sides. Now from here, I'd like you to shift the weight over to the outside of the right foot, coming up. Look towards the mat and reach. Nice. So we're leaning, coming back, feet, legs, pelvis, ribs, neck, head, and then lean, coming up, open and rotate, leaning. Coming back to the center of the feet, legs, pelvis, ribs, neck, head. Now on the next one, guys, hold. Stay here. Lovely. Now lift the underneath. For 4. Stay here. Like a banana, guys. Exhale for 3. Now really hold on to that center. And lean more for 2. And lean more for 1. Beautiful. Lift it and come over the top. Give me 1 roll down, nod the chin, gather your center muscles and just feel like you're skimming the bones across the ceiling before they come forward. Soften the knees and down we go. Now you should feel that the right side feels different to the left. Breath in. As you exhale, keep the eyes open at the back of your neck. Gather your center muscles to arrive. Coming up. Lovely. So you should have felt a difference, more give on that roll down, folks, on the right than the left. Shifting over towards the left. Reach over. Nice. Creating space. Inhalation to exhale and lift for 4. Stay there. With the weight on the outside of your left foot. Beautiful. And for 3, leaning more. Think of taking the top elbow away from the armpit and lean more. Beautiful. Coming up, coming over and roll down, nod the chin. Gather your center, down we go. And that should feel amazing, guys. Breathing in Exhale, gather up your abdominals, center maintained. Rolling the pelvis back, the ribs, the neck, the head. And pinky spirals to come up, pinkies touch, and then we extend, coming down. So guys, I'm going to go side on. How are we? Are we all there? Oh gosh, my numbers have doubled. Guys, don't go. Even if you've got to nip out, keep it on because it makes me look popular. Right, let's go. Let me just sort my drawers out. Oh guys, by the way, I am modelling today Denichi clothing. Beautiful leggings and top. Pop and Sia, Denichi, activewear. Guys, now I want you to take, now I think it's opposite on Facebook, so take no notice what I'm doing. Guys, I want right leg forwards. Right leg forwards, and then I'd like you to bring your left heel slightly in. Facing the right foot, pushing down through the feet, feeling the opposition. Now guys, go back, just lift in those top two ribs. Beautiful. Maintaining center. And now from here, I'd like you to float both of your arms forwards, scapula drawing down, center maintained. Guys, keep your eyes forwards. Your left arm is going to open to left foot, same side. Now I want you to feel that you've got ankle, knees, pelvis, reaching the middle fingers away from one another, and then we close. Go again, looking forwards. Notice how you get an external hip rotation on the right with an internal on the left, pushing down, lifting through the top of the head. Now this is what we call in sync. So with this back foot in this position, it gives permission for the rest of the body, so we're looking guys now, to move. So there's more involvement. Nice. Quite often we do this with just focus on a thoracic rotation, but this just gives us more involvement. Notice your ankle, knee, the pelvis is turning as well. Now my middle fingers, my east and west are really reaching away here, centering muscles maintained. Now clasp your fingers and I want you to pull around. Now lift through the top of the head. Now here as you pull round, you should really feel now as you pull on that arm, so right arm, that you increase that rotation, and then we let it go, taking a breath in to rotate, more beneficial than exhale to rotate, and then we arrive, beautiful, and then release, changing sides. Then I think we'll get our chairs out, guys. Oh gosh, I better watch the time. Guys, I could stay on here all day. Are we all okay, guys? Can we have any love hearts and likes? Is there anything, any thumbs up? So I've got left foot forwards and I've got right back, but that might be the opposite on the screen, guys. So just go with what's coming out the mouth. Now, drawing your center. Think of the architecture of your body, guys. I want you to stand like a monumental building and not an old relic. Beautifully and tall, creating space between the bones and the joints. Center maintained, eyes forwards. Now we're taking the pelvis as well, guys. Notice the movement into the joints in the legs, the hips, and then we close, exhale. Go again for me. Looking forwards, dropping your tail towards the backs of your heels, reaching with those middle fingers, and then we close. And now we take the head, lovely, reaching. So exhale to close. So guys, think of your breath with your movements. I often say that your breath is the music to your movements. Pilates is a marriage of breath with movement. Clasp the hands, breathing in, moving in time with your breath, pulling round, and then we arrive. One more time, you're really pulling round. Notice what's going on in the hips. And then we arrive. Lovely. And then we release. So from here, breathing in. Lovely, nice big breath in. And then an exhalation, rolling down. And just feel your center drawing up into your lower back, opening up the curtains of the lower back, the cape of the upper back, the eyes at the back of your neck, opening the eyes at the backs of the knees as you arrive and you uncurl, and as your head tips on top of your neck. Guys, I want you to feel an inch taller. Okay, guys, can I ask you please to grab your dining room chairs? Now, this is a great opportunity to utilize household products. So in my online, we've got saucepans, tights, tins. We utilize everything, folks. So you're going to face your chair, guys. Do you know, it's a thing when you're doing all this stuff online and you just got to keep variety, guys, haven't you? So I just came up with this, just playing around, really. I just love messing around. So all our 6 Pilates principles involved. Everything we're doing today is in the Pilates repertoire, okay? But just using the chair as a prop. So from here, stand. I want your backs to be there, guys, so don't have armchairs, else you're going to be in trouble. Preparing our body to the status of a temple, beautifully internally activated, gathering our pelvic floor. So guys, not too much. I don't want it to come out your ears. So just a gathering of pelvic floor, centering, and that beautiful. Just give me a little pinky spiral out. Just feel the fronts of the shoulders. Release and then come down. Now we're going to take a breath in. And as you exhale, we're just going to roll down towards the chair. Soften the knees, place the fingers and then the heel of the hand on. And then we uncurl. So we're just going to do that a couple more times, guys. Coming up. Nice. So this would be great for your clients who really go too far and they shouldn't. This kind of puts the brakes on. Rolling down. Now really feel that the spine is open. And then gather up your center and then uncurl. And I want you to think of the journey through the joints, guys. Acknowledge every joint. Acknowledge every joint. Really good teaching cue there. So I'm going to roll down, soften the knees, and I'm going to stay there. Lengthen the spine at the front into extension. Knees are soft. Now push down into the heel of the hands. And we're going up into flexion. And from there, we're going into our extension. Now, what I'm doing here, guys, think of pulling. I'm just going to stay here. I'm going to hold you here in extension. Can I ask you to think of pulling the heel of your hands towards you without moving the chair? Notice that beautiful extension. And I'd like you to think of top 2 ribs at the front of the body going forwards, but the bottom 2 ribs going backwards, so it's more located into your thoracic spine. So press down into the heel of the hands, tuck the pelvis under, push down into the heel of the hands and push up, gathering the center muscles up into the lower back. Keeping the knees soft, think of a pull. So think of top 2 ribs forwards, bottom 2 ribs backwards. Beautiful. Let's go one more time, guys. Knees are soft. And again, this is great for your class participants if they can't get down on the floor. Nice. I do teach all this in my chair exercise class, actually, guys. I've got a lady, 92, can you believe she's in a Facebook group doing lives? So folks, from here, lengthen the spine out into your neutral. Yeah, so from here, all I'd like you to do is take a step back. Yeah, so it's like we're on all fours. Lengthen the legs but don't lock. Have a nice neutral spine. Now push down into one arm and lift one hand. Now, marble in between the shoulder blades doesn't roll. So these are your cat pedals. So we're maintaining that stability going down. Centering muscles, working activated, and keeping the stillness of the body just into your cat pedal. So just working on stability. And we're going to go one more, guys. Now, from here, I'd like you to step back with your right foot slightly turned out. So we've got left foot forwards, right foot back, right heel slightly turned in. Now, from there, I'd like you to push down into your left arm. We're going into thread the needle, guys. But just bear with me, because I'm going to give you two versions, depending on how tight your hamstrings are. So you're going to take a breath in. You're going to lift your right arm, breathing in. And then as you exhale and you thread, the leg can either be straight and you prefer a bit of a hamstring stretch here as you rotate, or if this was a hindrance with your legs straight, you can bend it and then you can rotate more. You can even flow from one into the other. So as we inhale and we go up, breathing in, center is maintained, exhale. Go as far as you can with a straight leg, feel the stretch and then bend the knee, only soft, and you'll find you'll rotate more. Breathing in, beautiful. Breathing out, nice, coming down, bending the knee, beautiful. Lovely, inhale. So guys, my lovely pianist who's accompanying me today is the latest release from Fit DJ, the Mind Body 3. So it's all license free. So if you're online and you're looking for some license free, it's my son. Okay, so this is our latest one from the pianist. Last one here, guys. And reaching through, bend the knee to go further, and then we switch. So just switch the legs over. So right forwards, left back, slightly turned out. And then from here, we're ready, guys. Take a breath in. And the reason that leg is back is because we can get more activity through the rest of the body. It's what we call in sync. Yeah. Going down, rotating, option on bending the knee to rotate more, breathing in. As we exhale, beautiful exhalation, bending the knee if we need to. It's quite nice to get the hamstring stretch, folks. Really nice to get the hamstring stretch and then soften the knee and continue rotating further. Lovely. And then we'll just go one more, guys. Coming up. Beautiful. Reaching. And rotating. Nice. And then from there, replace the hands. Step in. Draw your sitting bones towards your heels. Tuck under. Inhale. Gather the center. And coming up, we arrive. Beautiful. Right, guys. From here, Turn your chair on its side. So we're going this way now. Okay, I want you to lie on top of it on your belly. So we're here. Legs are stretched out. Toes on the mat. So your legs are straight, guys, here with toes down. And then your palms are facing inwards. Okay. And your arms are lengthened. Here. From here, think of drawing the skin of the pubic bone behind the navel, creating a negative space between your navel and your chair. Let's break it down. Draw the shoulders down, get the neck in line with the spine, drawing back through those occipitals, and we take a breath in. Exhale to float your right arm, and inhale to lower. Left arm exhales, maintaining center, light. Right leg, inhale to exhale, lift, lower, extending the hip, changing legs, lift, nice. Both arms, just the arms coming up, center, lower. Arms again to exhale, lift. And then we arrive. Hands down, double legs, lift, rotate the heels slightly in, send the legs away, creating space. So guys, if you had short arms, you'd have your hands on blocks here. Up. Nice. One arm, one leg in opposition. And so we've got our Superman. Lift. Lower. Exhalation. Lift. Beautiful. Think of how gorgeous you look doing this, guys. Imagine you're being filmed for the front cover of Vogue. And then from there. Next one is last one, guys. Then we can do both, only if it's available. Lengthen the arms. From here, squeeze your glutes, lift. Up, down. Guys, you could even do this in the office in your lunch break. Imagine your boss coming in. And so guys, you're very cheeky on this one. 2 boiled eggs in a hanky, and I pinched that from my best friend Cherry Baker. 1 more. So your buttocks should feel like 2 boiled eggs in a hanky. And then bring it down. Now, I'd like you to lie on your side on the chair. Are you still with me, guys? Oh, guys, I still look popular. Just leave your phones on, keep them numbers up. Right, guys, in a very seductive way, come down onto your chair. So we're going side lying. Now, again, if you needed blocks to place underneath, you would do. So I want you to stretch the legs. Now, the beauty of this is, guys, is the underneath leg has got to work massively. Press the ground away from the ceiling. Then from there, lift the arm. Stretch the toes away. So my big toes, I'm thinking of touching the wall. Space between the underneath waist, negative space. Centers maintained, hip bones, knees and ankles stacked. Now, from there, take a breath in. And as you exhale, lift. Inhale to come down. Exhale to lift. Inhale to release. Now the underneath leg, using the inside thighs to hold it there, guys. Beautiful. Nice. Now from here, folks, what I'd like you to do is now do the opposite with the waist. I'd like you to press the underneath waist down, soften the underneath elbow, lift the legs. Now lengthen the arm and come back to your sideline. This is now an abdominal exercise. So squeeze the inside thighs together. So it's like a banana you're trying to create here. So the top waist is working heaps. Press the underneath waist down, legs lift, and let it go. And soften into the underneath elbow. So you allow that weight, and then we arrive. And press the underneath waist down, drawing in your center. Beautiful. One more. Down. Lovely. Into scissors. So one forwards, and then one back. Side lying scissors. And pressing down into the underneath hand, the underneath arm, moving from your hips. And lovely. Coming back to center, and then we release. So guys, I would have kept you going there for long, but we're going to run out of time and I've got loads to show you. So let's change sides. Here we go. So, just a little rock forwards and backwards. Check that you're stacked. And we come up. Press the ground away. Reaching tall, reaching out. And lift and lower, exhale. Negative space between the underneath waist and your chair. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lovely, guys. Now the waist, draw it down and lift and up. Center maintain, don't hold your breath. Lift the legs and lower the waist. So it's the waist going down that lifts the leg. It's the waist going down, guys, that lifts the legs. You should really feel your obliques working here. Two more. Nice. And release. And down. Beautiful. And release. Scissors. One forwards, one back. Switch. Working from the hips. 4, working on your balance. So try, and the thing is, if you rock in, you'll feel your bottom go into the back of the chair. So it's really good feedback, the back of your chair. Lovely. Pressing the ground away, guys. Beautiful. Coming back and then release. So from here, guys, what I'd like you to do is from here, swing your legs around. Now I want one sitting bone on and one sitting bone off. Okay, hold on to the chair and I'd like you to bring, it's like a lunge position. Open the hip as much as you can here. Now, the front heel is slightly lifted, and obviously we're on the toes at the back. If you feel unnecessary, hold on to the chair. Lovely. Now, all I'd like you to do from here is just flutter your sitting bone that's on the chair off. So it's just to push down to rise, press, and release. Exhale, and you're just hovering. Keep the upright position of the spine. Keep the top 2 ribs lifted. Exhale, just fluttering, and then down. So guys, options here, variations. You could do this with one weight. You could really challenge balance and stability, doing a lat raise if it was for you. And then make it your last one. And then from there, spread the toes out and come onto the top of the foot here. Yeah, so my toes are spread out. Watch you don't get cramp. This is a good stretch for the front of the foot, and that talus joint. So from here, breathe in, exhale, now do it again. Push, feel that stretch for 4. And rise for 3, center maintained. For 2. And for 1. Beautiful, change your sides. Nearly there, guys. Here we go. So guys, make sure this sitting bone is, it's almost like, guys, now how can I say it without being rude? You almost lose the edge of the seat. Right, let's move on. And you can look into that as much as you want to. It's like in the crease, the edge of the chair. Now, here we go. Now, rise, hold and release for 4. Center, pushing down, activating the legs for 3. And pushing down, little flutter, putting weight into the feet to make your bottom lighter. And then for 1, coming up. So again, I would keep you here, guys. We do at least 20, but we're going to run out of time. Okay, from there, stretch the foot back. So get that beautiful stretch. From here again, coming up for 4, release. For 2, and a release, and a 1, and release, and let it go. Turn your chairs around, guys. Last one. So have the backs here, sit to the side. No, arms by your sides, chest is lifted. Lovely, so think of your sitting bones being your roots pressing down. Last one, folks. Lift your arms, rotate and hold. Now, push down, lift those top 2 ribs and use your hands as you lift the top 2 ribs to pull you round, to rotate. Breathing in and breathing out. You can make your feet a bit more heavier than your bottom here, guys, a bit more activated. And then release. And swivel round. Last one, guys. Oh, I've had a great time. Up we trot here, reaching tall. Rotate to place the hands on your chair. Push down to lift the top 2 ribs and pull round. Take the eyes will influence your movement, guys. So I'm extending and rotating, fully supported here with my hands. Beautiful. And then from there, release. Guys, let's have you on your feet. Folks, you should feel like you've got the bodies of a temple. Now from here to finish, gather the architecture of the body, standing beautifully, and we grow out of your shell, creating space, standing at the fronts of your heels. Pinky spiral to breathe in. And as you exhale, press the walls away. Guys, can you give me one more to finish for Fit Camp's 30th anniversary, guys, before we finish? If you've loved today, there is a presenter award for the presenter who's loved, liked, or whatever you've done. So I think we're all listed, so don't forget to tick for your favourite. Circle the shoulders, guys. Give yourselves a great big clap. Thank you so much for joining me in my studio, aka dining room, live from Lowestoft in the United Kingdom. And yay!